Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today, I'm speaking to someone who is now very much a part of the Hi family. I have Shiran, who is heading the Israel group, and they have done some amazing work over the years. And also, as someone who is so young to have achieved so much, we really thought we should speak about his story to inspire you in some way possible. So today we are at Chariot, a place that proudly sponsors our shows. Hi Shiran.
Hi Danu.
All right. Thank you for being on the show, and thank you for sponsoring and believing in our brand to be on it. To start with, we're here at Chariot.
That's right.
The food operation here is 110% looked into.
That's right.
Let's speak about this business. How has it been going?
So Danu, we bought Chariot in 2019. So to start off with, we'd always been a part of the food industry. We started with chocolate manufacturing, then we got into distribution of over 200 products, cheese, butter, whipping cream, cooking cream, over 200 products. Then we got into restaurants because we have the supply chain.
Yeah.
We decided to get into restaurants. So we bought Chariot in 2019, and when we bought it, there was a lot of restructuring that happened. We had to revamp the product mix. We kept some of the fast moving, we added new products, we brought in a new operational procedures, we brought in top-end chefs, invested in the sales team, and bought Chariot to where it is today. So
that was the start of
that
it
was
all.
the start. That was the start.
But you went through a tough time from 2019 all the way till 2022. I think people found it so hard to lift their head above water.
That's right. So when we bought it in 2019, we just went through the first wave of, it was COVID, right? So the first wave of COVID was in 2019.
2020, but 2019 was the bomb.
2019 was the bomb.
So you had to face it all.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we went through the East attacks, then the waves of COVID, 3 waves, right? Three waves of COVID.
Waves.
Then the economic crisis. So Chariot, from the time we bought, has been through a lot. I think it's been through a lot more than it's been through from the inception.
Yes, I think in a short period. But
That's right.
you have somehow been able to challenge yourself through all of this.
Correct. So Chariot is the smallest contribution to the group, but it's our passion.
Yeah, and also it is the product that becomes everyone's conversation point.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we run the Chariot business with one principle, that is feed your customer what we would feed our children. So
Right.
yes, the existence of this business is to profit, but here it goes deeper, because this is our passion, and we want to we go out publicly and say we feed our customer what we feed our children. We, more than profit, we look at maintaining highest levels of quality, consistency, and giving the customer an experience that none of our competitors offer. And that has been the secret to success.
Would you all ever get into fine dining and take the next step when it comes to Chariot?
Chariot will always be positioned as a mass brand, but we are looking at different concepts, like a food court concept. We are looking at different concepts, maybe not on a Chariot brand, but it will have something by Chariot.
Right.
We are here to stay in the food industry.
When you started Israel Holdings, you were a young bud.
That's right.
What made you start it, and did you see a pathway in its growth plan?
See, I started, how I got into the food industry is I got involved in the family trading business, then went on to set up the state-of-the-art chocolate factory, a $10 million project. That again is a family business. And after setting up the plant, the operation and all of that, we needed a company to distribute these products in Sri Lanka.
Right.
So that is when Israel marketing was birthed.
Right.
So we started with chocolate, and then we went on to build a product portfolio of over 200 products, catering to over 9,500 customers a month, with extensive freezer, chiller distribution to state-of-the-art storage facilities and a top-end sales team. So it built over a time. It was not it was an organic journey.
Yeah.
So where we had to grow from 100,000 to 200,000 in revenue, and then get into the millions, and now in the in the big numbers.
Yeah.
So it was a journey. It was an organic journey where I grew with the journey. The company grew in that journey, and we gained momentum. And then today we are seeing exponential growth. In 2020, where a lot of companies went in for salary cuts and curtailed their expenses because of the economic crisis, Israel Group, we increased our salaries by 44%. And we continued with the bonuses and all of that. We in fact gave all the staff medical insurance, not only for themselves but for their families. So that means to say, we built the business on a very strong foundation. Our structure was strong. So even in the toughest times, the structure being strong it made it very strong.
Yeah, it didn't shake during a small thing.
Exactly. So although when the foundation is strong, although there are storms, heavy winds blowing across, the building stands still because the foundation is strong. And that's the secret of Israel's success.
We're going to talk more about it, of course, and especially how this brand has grown in terms of the love for cricket, which he had, and so much more. His wife, Dimuthu, is just there, quite upset over the fact that she's not seated here, although she doesn't want to accept it. But anyway, when we do come back, we'll speak more. Welcome back to the show. It's Danu on Fire. We're checking out Chariot and we have Shiran with us. We are speaking about something different to what we have spoken to him about. Now, Israel Holdings is what he runs and they have developed into so many things. But I wanted to speak about the fact that he was once a cricketing man.
Yeah.
You were like ornamented to like play.
No, I mean, I played the cricket in my junior days.
Me too. I was also like I was about to hit the national team. I said, no.
We all like to think that. I enjoyed cricket. I played for school, then I played for NCC. So I enjoyed the cricketing days. And I've always been a die-hard fan of cricket. So, yeah, I mean, I always, even now, I enjoy watching the matches. The Asia Cup was phenomenal. I mean, I've always connected to cricket.
And you believed in someone when a lot of people said otherwise.
That's right.
And you signed up Banuka as your ambassador for Chariot.
So we signed up Banuka, when he just got selected for the IPL.
Yeah.
And so Chariot, so we brought him as the Israel brand ambassador with a slightly bigger focus on Chariot. So Banuka took the Chariot brand with him to the IPL. And I mean, I always knew he was a fantastic cricketer. He's a brilliant human being. He's a man of principle and a true character. So and a fantastic cricketer. So I mean, I always knew that this boy will shine and shine bright. And I backed the right horse. Today he's the best batsman Sri Lanka in the Sri Lankan T20 squad, and he's doing very well.
That's amazing. Yeah. Now, this passion of bringing cricket with food,
that's right,
is like the two areas that you love the most, and you merged it.
Yeah. So, I mean, food industry is where I started. Food industry is where I grew, I gained momentum, and it's from the food industry that I expanded into other sectors. And cricket is what I ate, slept and dreamt when I was young. So it's a massive combination for me
to bring both together.
And Israel will, I mean, I won't be done until I put the Israel branding on the Sri Lankan team. and the t-shirt and their whatever branding.
When it comes to running a business, starting it off, and you end up meeting so many people, and so many people either come close to you, try to say speak business with you, or try to feed off you in some way, how do you actually cut, let's put it for lack of words, cut the BS and find the right people?
So Danu, that's where your spiritual growth comes into play. I'm a Christian, and I'm a spiritual being, while I'm a successful businessman. So while I have matured in the spirit, I have gained wisdom. So this wisdom is what I use to discern whom to love close to me, whom to keep away. So that's where I'm always conscious. It's not that you come, say hi Shiran, sit next to me, and you're my best friend the next day. It doesn't happen like that. It takes time for me to allow a person close. I discern first whether he or she should even be loved in. Then after that discernment, I take the person or the partnership through a journey, and in that journey we grow together. So a journey like that was 7 Media, the media company that I bought. It's discernment and a partnership they got into that went through a journey that is bearing fruit today. So it's a journey. It starts with discernment, through wisdom, then you allow the partnership or the friendship to go through a journey where you grow in that journey. So that's the process.
What's remarkable is the fact that youngsters today, we always feel that you need to get things today, now. Like even when we do interviews for youngsters to come and work, they're like, oh, do I get my own table? Do I get my own desk? Do I get my own room? There's so many questions about what am I getting? But the digital world is so big, you feel validated. But reality is not like that.
That's right.
When you were just left loose in this world, because nobody was there to hold your hand through this process, and you and your wife, you all found love, and only love, by the way. They've never dated anybody else. I don't know how they did it for so long, but anyway, they have done it. But somehow processing it through and still finding a way from like growing in that pace. What would you tell to a youngster who wants to start a business or venture out in their own? It's a risk when you don't have a pay every month.
See, when I got into business, it was an organic growth. It was an organic journey. So it was step by step. I didn't start invest in the business and it didn't become this big in a year or two. It's a process. It's a journey. We went through challenges. We learned from that challenge. Then we gained momentum. We gained wisdom, and then slowly we increased. And basically, if you manage 10,000 properly, then you're given 100,000, or you get an opportunity for 100,000. You managed 100,000 opportunity, then you get access to a 200,000. So it was a journey where I managed the 10,000 properly, then got access to 100,000. I managed that property, 200,000. So my wife was the helper in that journey. So that partnership, this partnership where the wife came in as a helper and partnered with me on this journey. She was obviously she played a massive role because I got married when I was 23 years old.
Yeah.
We were very young, and we grew together. She was with me when I made the first 100,000 to
where you are today.
Yeah. So it's a journey where we grew together. We went through the struggles together. We went through the challenges together. We were never poor. We were always middle class. But today, to where we are today, it was a journey that we went through together, and she was my helper in all that. I mean, I was the one who had to make the decisions, but she was the one who would help me.
And also back you up with anything that you did.
That's right.
The trust is what's needed.
That's
most.
right. I was confident that she gave me confidence, and that's the main thing.
Right now I want to enjoy, this is a Mongolian. And I have a fun story about Mongolian. I'll tell you all when you come back. Do stick around, it's Danu on Fire. Welcome back to the show, our final segment, and this is Danu on Fire. I'm speaking to the main guys who actually sponsor this show, so I don't need to exactly say anything more. Israel Holdings, if you want to check them out, you can check out their website and come to know about all the services that they do. They've even gone into security, so there's so much of avenues for you to choose from. Now, I have to ask you, this year has been a mega year for you in terms of winning some fancy awards.
That's
you
right.
won like 11?
11 awards, yeah, Business Asia Awards.
I got it right.
That's right.
Yeah. So 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how was the experience? And
Fabulous. I mean, I see awards are a reflection, or it's a direct reflection of your performance, right? So it's a team work, it's a team's performance, and the team's done extremely well in the last 3 years. And we've been, increasing, diversifying, and growing as a group of companies. So it feels good. I'm enjoying it, and looking forward to more awards.
now, when it comes to having this fine eye towards, like, everything could be there, but you will find what is not there.
That's right.
And that takes some courage to one, be working with you and also trying to match up to the standards. When did this passion for perfection?
Danu, over the journey, I've had to build an eye for perfection, excellence. It's because unless you are doing something excellent, you don't differentiate yourself from the rest of them. And that's what I motivate my team to do. I motivate them to look from an angle of perfection. Everything they do in terms of surveys, in terms of product consistency, in terms of layout, in terms of sales, in terms of delivery. I mean, always look to maintain standards of excellence, because it's excellence that differentiate your brand, your service, helps you get to the next level. Your stakeholders, your customers see you differently. You add more value, and when you add more value, excellent value, I mean, you can sustain your business for generations. So this excellence, maintaining excellence, is very, very important. Very, very important for you to grow and sustain your business. See, why do a lot of companies fail? They start with an excellent approach. They go with a big bang. Excellent first 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and then from the second year, it goes downhill. It's just because they've now taken a back seat, and the back seat in which they are not really looking to maintain excellence. So that gives opportunity for another guy, another young boy to come in and start creating a story for himself. So maintaining excellence is very important if you have to sustain your success for a long, long time.
Now, this year especially, we have lost so much of talent from our country, in terms of migration, in terms of the rupee not being strong enough for people to stay back here. Have you ever thought of it as youngsters with a young family? You have 3 kids. Is it better that we just sort of move out of this country and start afresh?
No. See, I grew in this nation. This nation has given me so much. It's like a family, Just because you go through a tough time in a family. Now, my marriage, sometimes, you go through a tough time. It doesn't.
She is going to axe the two of us.
It's like any home, you go through a tough time. But just because you go through a tough time, you don't leave the home and
That
go.
is true.
It's your home. It's everything. It's your upbringing. It's your life, right? So you hold on to it. Things are going to get better ultimately. It is getting better, right? So we hold on to it. I mean, come on, life is not a bed of roses. Yes, what happened. We could have managed it better as a nation. I mean, everyone, the politicians, the people, everyone could have managed it better. But I firmly believe that this is a blessed country. Sri Lanka is a blessed nation, and we will come back on track. So we just have to stay strong, gather around, and go through this trying time. And I feel that we will come through it. So the question, did I ever have an intention to migrate? during this, never, because I know that I know what the country has given me, and I am steadfast in seeing the country come to its glory again.
Amazing. Now, just wanted to speak about the dessert that we have in front of us.
Yeah.
It's a concoction that has been put together so beautifully. This custard sauce with fresh chocolate cake. It has come straight from upstairs. That means
From
it
the
has just,
pastry, yeah.
Yeah, it has just popped out of the oven.
That's
just
right.
for us, which is amazing. I want to quickly narrate my Mongolian story. I forgot that my continuation didn't happen at the start. So when I was like, I'm telling you the story, so
Oh yeah, sorry.
sad, but it's okay.
Okay, so
Let's
Mongolian.
continue.
Yeah.
So when I was on a diet, there was a time when I only ate like vegetables, and I
Yeah.
went for this house part because I have come from Jaffna and a bit G on the edges. And I thought to myself, like, oh, they're serving all raw, like Chinese, Japanese food.
Yeah.
So I just served like the basic rice and some carrot, and I came and sat thinking to myself, oh my god, that's it. I can't eat any of the raw sushi things. Only to see it was Mongolian. And I
Really?
was feeling so shy to go serve again. I sat and ate the plain rice with carrot and came home.
But how did the Mongolian look like?
I
sushi?
didn't know. It was all raw served up, and you had to pick.
They were going to make it
So
there.
I didn't know there was a thing called Mongolian at that time.
Oh.
I just had to look all intelligent. Anyway, that's my story. It was a bit of a fail situation
No.
because my listener was not doing great. All
No,
right.
no, I like it. Brilliant story.
Thank you.
I related to my kids.
It's a real charity note, this podcast. It's okay. On that note, we need to wrap things up. Never had such a disastrous end to a show. Thank you so very much, Shiran, for being here and for always being so hospitable, kind, and approachable. Thank you to Dimuthu for just being the passenger seat driver in many ways than one. We will see you with another cool episode of Danu on Fire. Till then, you keep smiling. It's a wrap.